Salamat po. Kindly sit down. Thank you for your courtesy. Former President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, Excellencies Ambassador Zhao of China, a great neighbor of the Republic of the Philippines, Executive Secretary Salvador Mijaldea and other members of the Cabinet, honorable members of the Senate and the House of Representatives, officials and members of the Chinese Filipino Business Club, Incorporated, other guests, mga kababayan. I'd like to thank the Filipino-Chinese, especially community, for their untiring toil to help the entire nation in the so many catastrophes and crises that we had faced in the past. I know that your feeling towards the Filipino, well, most of us are really almost of Chinese ancestry. We love our country and we love the people. So sa inyong lahat, maraming salamat. Alam ko yan kasi isa ako sa inyo, although just a little Chinese drop in me. I would like to dispense at this time reading a two-page speech because I have to talk about the pressing demands and issues of the country. Forgive me, I might take just about maybe longer than expected, but I assure you by the time you get hungry, you can go ahead and eat and start serving. Never mind, just let me talk while you eat. Ang una po, ganito, let me address yung sa China. You know, maraming mga experts dyan, lahat na, lalo na yung kabila, that I exert more serious effort in pressing for the demands of the West Philippine Sea, or the China Sea for that matter. Alam mo, sa totoo lang, whatever it is, what are the theories of relationships in the field of geopolitics, wherever you are, it's always changing. Geography is changing, not the physical movement, but geography and politics internationally changes all the time. Now we are allies with each other, maybe enemies before, or ideological differences which were fundamental now are just theories now. Itong claim sa China Sea, talagang atin yan insofar as the Republic of the Philippines is concerned. I am ready, almost ready, to put my presidency, my career as president, my life and honor. Akin yan, I've stated it in black and blue. It has been the claim of the Republic of the Philippines na atin yan, which we now call the China, which we called before China, the China Sea, now the West Philippine Sea. Walang kadududa. In front of the ambassador, I tell you, we will insist. But what would be the components of our demands and our insistence? Well, we can only be diplomatic. We can only be talking on friendly and civilized terms. We cannot go there, ride in our whatever, Navy, the gray ships, the Coast Guard, and start waving our rifles. We cannot do that today. It is unrealistic. It cannot be true. Now, China has put a stake there that it is also a property of China. So may diferensya na ngayon. So that how do we resolve it? The critics say that I am not doing enough. Lalo na yung itong, what were they doing during their time? Why did they not start to build things there, structures, that China is doing now? So even in the claim itself, and in the development of that claim, wala tayong ginawa. Now, nandyan ang China building structures and military bases, I must admit it. But is it intended for us? You must be joking. It's not intended for us. The contending ideological powers of the world to the geopolitics has greatly changed. It's really intended against those who the Chinese think would destroy them, and that is America. Wala tayong kasali dyan. Then why would I go there? Bring my navy, my soldiers, my police and everything, only to be slaughtered. I will not commit the lives of the Filipinos only to die unnecessarily. I will not go into a battle which I can never win. Now, how will I win it? Well, China. Meron dito, we were already projecting the attack sa Marawi. We were never sure of how many and how much were their ordnances, yung firepower, pulbura. But we were sure at that time that there were a lot of firearms passing the hands from one to another. And it indicated to us that there will be trouble. Nagbili ako ng armas for this police. Sabi naman nitong mga congressman, wag, 23 pieces. 23,000 pieces. Wag, kasi gamiton yan sa extrajudicial killing. My God, we were projecting something to save our country from the terrorists. And here comes America telling us, no, you cannot buy from us because you will use it against your citizens. And how? Kasi ako, good boy na ako, wala na kayong marinig na mura. So I had a dream 2 months ago, and my mother appeared before me and said, "Hoy gago, tama na yung pagmumura mo." When, as a matter of fact, the terrorists cannot be distinguished who are the Filipinos and who are the Malaysians and who are the Indonesian. Pag buka natin, I don't even know if it's Chinese. Halos magkamukha tayo eh. By evolution, bihira ka makakita ng Chinese ngayon dito sa Pilipinas na talagang singkit. Magbilad lang yan ng ilang araw doon sa Boracay at magkaroon ng infection. Paglabas niya, no, parang it could be a bagobo from Davao or igorot from the Cordillera. If kung sinunod ko yung paano ko, how can I quell? I don't know. I would not know. Do I have to ask, oh, are you a Filipino terrorist? Because this gun is only... Kaya pumunta ako ng China. And I wanted to establish, to realign our broken, it was really broken. Let us be frank with each other. Hindi tayo pinapansin ng China. So I went, as I said, I come here in good faith. I do not have any arms. As you can see, wala akong armas. I just want to talk about the Western Philippine Sea. You call it the China Sea. And I told them, in front of the cabinet members, General Anyo, General Rinsana, Secretary Mijaldia, sabi ko, in a bilateral table, I want you to know that I am going there to drill oil because that is ours. Sabi ng China, well, we understand that we have this problem. But we do not think that it would be the right time now to talk about trouble. Maybe sometimes. So, good riddance. China now has offered to us for a joint exploration. Kung nag-init ang ulo ko. Tapos sabi ko, well, I have this problem back at home. I need the firearms na bili ko yung hindi natuloy. Can I buy from you to be paid later on? Can you give me the most liberal terms? Sabi ng China, sabi ni President Xi Jinping, no need to pay. I'll give you. So, see, if you just, if you follow the not really demand, but the overpowering influence of another country, ito ang gawin mo, itong gawin mo, and impose their values. Kita mo sa Canada, nagbili tayo ng helicopters. We need it because we are fighting terrorism. As a matter of fact, so many lives of Americans have been lost in the Middle East fighting terrorism. And they know that the terrorists are all over the world. Comes now Canada, she's offering to sell, but with the helicopters, I think it was 23 helicopters, Bell, to fight insurgents. Of course, there has to be the armaments, the weaponry. Sabi nila, no, it could only be used to transport evacuation and assistance. So yung helicopter, kargahan ko ng sundalo, hindi pwede yan. And they are about to retake another city in the Philippines or to take another geographical unit, hindi ko magamit yung helicopter kasi yun ang ikarga ko lang kung mga sundalo ko nangamatay doon. Parang gawin yung funeral service by helicopter. Ano sabi ko, bakit pa tayo doon? Di magbili tayo ng yan. There's always the Korean-made, Japan-made, China-made. All of them are quality. As a matter of fact, yung rifle na tumama doon kay Hapilon, yung leader dyan sa was a Chinese 7.62 rifle. Gusto ko ang, Ambassador, I'd like to return the rifle to China. Just to show that you, at least what you gave us, made a statement in our fight against terrorism. So, ang sabi nila, Benham or the Philippine rice, and I would insist on the Philippine rice because that is ours, period. We allowed expeditions undersea expeditions. The Americans made the most of it. China twice. Many other countries made expeditions, yung underground, pati yung continental shelf. Continental shelf is there, is the water, there's the land. Pero may pababa pa yan. And what is tied to this land sa ilalim ng tubig is the continental shelf. So my claim is the 200 miles. Huwag yung kilometers, mababa yun. Miles ang akin. Miles and the Philippine Rice Ridge. If it goes as far as Guam, akin yan. Pagkapuwit yan doon sa ilalim. Pag umabot ng San Francisco, akin yan. Huwag mong galawin. I will insist. Na ngayon, pumunta ang China. Naglagay ng markers, kaya nun, BIP 3. With the amount. Tapos, Chinese characters. Alang-alang gawin lang German, ang alam lang nila, Chinese eh. So, pag yung mount, yan, tapos na yan. O, dito na naman tayo isang bukid. Those are just directions na tapos na sila dyan. Of course, they do it in Chinese because that is their dialect. Ang lang, Itagalog mo yan. Those are fixtures or features. Sabi nga nilang ko those are the features. Maybe someday magsabi sila, there's a lot of oil there. If you want, we can explore it together. Fine. Sabi sa, maybe China said, maybe a part will be, yes. Remember that is ours. The whole of the China Sea, you have already claimed it. That is up to Japan. Bahala ka dyan. But this Philippine rice is ours. Period. The continental shelf below it is Philippine jurisdiction. That is ours. In the meantime, I am not allowing any expedition anymore unless you get it, a permit from the President upon the, is Lorenzana around? He has to give the recommendation. Then he has to consult the commands. Then if the military says that it's good, it can be done, well, I'll give you the permit. But in the meantime, to avoid any rocos there, padala ako. It is must, Ambassador, it was not intended again. It was just an act of show time. Like yours, you also sail there around the Scarborough. It never stopped you. So we also would want ours to, for sure, like you. Let us make an agreement. It is only for show. No shots are fired. We can always talk. I think you invited me to a conference in Wow. I like more investments for my place. I'll go there to argue my case that you have exceedingly been very good to us. But I have to find another word because I want more. I am very poor. I cannot at this time. It's the development, the progress on a higher gear. Kumbaga, primera, segunda, naka-tercera na tayo. We have to go to the fourth gear for a cruising. So I need the help of China. Why should I be ashamed? Bakit ako mahiya sabihin ko, kailangan ko ng... I forgot. Ma'am, hindi kayo talaga sa... Senator Villar is here. Bakit hindi ninyo nilagay dyan? The next time, itong mga bata-bata ko, karatihin ko kayo maya dyan. I'm sorry. Uh, but I saw you yung ganun. Let us be very clear on this. We are on good terms with America. Special terms, military alliance. That's why we cannot enter into another military alliance with any country, because there's only one. And if you look at it very closely, it would appear that there's really a divide, a great divide now of ideological. But we are all in the capitalist state. So the war now is on trade, not territory. That's why you said geopolitics is always changing. Philippines now is veering towards China, but we maintain good relations. We have this RP-US Pact defense deal. We will honor it. I don't know when. But if we go to war, everything wilts. Lalaya ito lahat. Because, North Korea is the wild card. But that appears to be tempering its policies. And I have to pray. I do not pray usually, but I pray to once, twice. When it enters my mind about what's happening with the world. One mistake, and if all those nuclear weapons are launched, China will join the fray, Russia, Britain, France, and Iran. So if those atomic weapons are blown up, there is no more territory to fight for. There is no more ideology to cause friction, because we will see each other in heaven. Talagang matutunaw ito. Just imagine one Hiroshima a million times. The bomb in Hiroshima multiplied a million times. That will happen. What will happen to the world? Kaya China, Russia, America, ay nakatutok yan. This is stalemate. Do not pull the trigger, because mine will also go off. And we are at a very proximate distance to assure mutually dead. O sino ngayon? So why would I? So I go to Russia. I said, Mr. President, Putin, can I buy? I'll give you plus trucks. And I don't know, I'm not in a position really to talk about it, the military. So maybe if there's another uprising about terrorism, ang kalaban ko lang naman ang terorista. He could be a Filipino, he could be a Chinese, he could be a Malaysian, Indonesian, he could be anybody, Arab or Caucasian or Slavs. Pagka-terorista, kalaban kita. And I would also always need the help of everybody. If that everybody includes China, Russia, and the United States and Israel, fine. Wala man tayong away. So why would be a concern of any Filipino giving his misgivings about my contacts with the Chinese government and Russian government? And as a matter of fact, hanggang ngayon, ni 5 sentimos, wala silang hinihingi sa akin. See? And the Chinese government to show its goodwill, not because they are afraid, but because they want to maintain good relations with everybody, not only in the Philippines. They're billing us to bridges for free. Walang bayad. So ano pa bang gusto mo? Ngayon, kung Amerika gusto niya from Clark, gawa siya ng bridge hanggang San Francisco, di tanggapin natin. Wala sila kwarta. Wala silang pera. Kasi hindi negosyante. Lumaban sila ng sabayan ng, in the lean years, where Russia was building its military might, the Chinese really followed. They planted and built. Nauna sa akin, build. Build sila, plant. Now they're sufficient in everything. They started to study about arms. Ngayon, meron sila. Kung ipadala ko yung mga sundalo ko, hindi pa nakababa sa truck, bungkag na. Wasak na. Sabi ko, bakit ko isakripisyo? When I can talk to them, why should I fight? China is willing to talk. As a matter of fact, there's an ongoing now, negotiations. I said, for joint exploration. Can you beat that? Kaya mo yung bisil dyan. Hindi naman para sa atin yan. Ibig mong sabihin, papayag si President Xi Jinping na nandito tayong lahat. Bigla lang sasamog yung cruise missile dyan. Di na wala na yung Filipino-Chinese community. Ubos. Sorry. Yun po. Second is the issue of, historically, I do not want to rub salt on the wound. Ayaw ko ng pag-usapan publicly, but I am forced to because I have to convey my message very clearly. I repeat, the Filipino is a slave of nobody. The Filipino seeks to work abroad to earn a living so that he can help his family. Because the economy here local cannot absorb the entire workforce would want to. It is an indictment of this government all the way down that until now we have not been able really to climb economically to provide comfort living for everybody. Kasali na ako dyan. Maraming mahirap. And that is why we have to allow them to go out. My message is that we are poor. We go to your country to work. The only thing that things to us is that you give us the dignity of a human being. You treat us humanely. Be tolerant of our cultural differences. And do not abuse our women, because it will inflict a long and lasting wound. Maybe this generation cannot and will not forget it. That is why I'm addressing myself not only to Kuwait, but to the entire nations in the world to say that Filipinos are everywhere seeking livelihood. Can I please plead to you? Please do not degrade them like animals. Do not treat them as a slave. We know that a slave is slave, and she can be raped, she can be nasasaktan ako. Because I know that once upon a time, there were three Filipino women who were in prison in Riyadh for giving away rosaries. Kristiyano Katoliko. Ito namang itong mga workers, you must also respect the laws, culture of the place where you are in. Nagbigay, di nahuli. So, and the family was there at my gate in the house every morning crying. So my wife had to attend to them, serve them breakfast, and would not leave the house. All were crying every day. And said, we will not leave. We will come here every day until you do something about it. So I went to Riyadh, pleaded my case with King Fahd. And the king was all compassionate and good. And Allah be kind to him, his soul. Agreed. But he said, chief minister there, you go to the parliament to talk to your counterpart. I was a congressman, so not executive officer. So I went to parliament to talk to one. Because I was then the only member of the Law and Order Committee of Congressman Goles at that time, and I was a member of the House. Sabi niya, prangka-prangka, alam mo, sabihin ko na lang, sa Arab culture, hindi lahat, but the Arab culture, parang, when you are a slave, you're a slave. But hindi naman sabihin mo na they are all treated really as slaves. Yung mga edukado doon. But there are certain, what a number, but not all. I repeat, I lay now the predicate, not all Arabs. But there are sub-tribes there that treat slave. She is punished, she is raped by the employer, by the son-in-law, and all, even she cleans the house for yung pamilya niya. Then she goes to another house, to the sister-in-law of the family, to clean the house, and another house. And that is why what you read in the newspaper is always constant. She gets about 3 to 4 hours of sleep every day. And she is fed with garbage, leftovers. Yan ang sinabi sa akin. Ang nagsabi sa akin yan, Arab. Hindi ko imbento yan. If you are a slave or you are a paid worker, the treatment is always the same. Para magklaruhan na tayo. That's why I'm suspending, and it will continue. Will it work hardships? Yes. Would it involve sacrifice? Yes. Would it mean anger? Yes. To me, yes. Tanggapin ko lahat. If they lose their, yes. I'm ready to admit everything. But the ban stands. Umuwi lang kayo dito, baski na pa paano, matulungan ko kayo baski sa pagkain. And maybe in the fullness of God's time, if we can really improve the economy, I could give you livelihood projects. It's undertaken by Secretary Lopez of the Department of Trade and Industry. And of course, other projects provided by the cabinet, by the department run by the cabinet members. Ngayon, hindi ako ng tulong, yes. If there is a need for just a shot in the wind that if maybe China needs additional workers or teachers, especially that every Chinese wants to learn English, we have a supply of that. or human resource. We Orientals do not do that. We do not inflict brutality and cruelty on our fellow human beings, even without it. Most of us are Buddhists, some are, but however they look at it, they used to call it the Far East. We are not really the Far East. Alam mo sila yun. And I think that if it will only cause heartaches, and the ban will continue. And it will extend to other countries. Mahirapan sila. Humihingi na ako ng tawad sa inyo. I will not allow. Hindi wala akong kaplano na ipadala kayo doon tapos babuhin kayo. Because Tyler. Magalit na kayo na magalit sa akin. Total, basta ako trabaho. Wala na ako sa politika. Ha? Wala na talaga. I'm done. And wala na akong ambisyon to be dictator. Nandiyan yung military ngayon. Nandiyan. If I overstay for one day, the military should kill me. If I am a dictator, then the Constitution provides that we do not do despots in this country. They should go stage mutiny, kudeta, and remove me. If I do all those things that are not within the Constitution, I should not be there a minute longer. Even gawain ng military pati police yung trabaho nila. That is what is needed. But let me also say, sa Congress, yung si Bongo, yung aide ko tinawag, I know wala talaga. You know why, to be frankly. Alam ninyo, yung mga transaksyon na papeles, ganon, hindi umaabot yan ng Malacanang. Alam ninyo yan. If it's a finance thing, lahat signature hanggang doon lang. Walang kontrata na may approval ako na okay. Hindi umaabot yan. Alam ninyo yan. If it's finance, department, if the local government, and you will finish the process by signing it. Kanila yan. Ang umaabot lang sa akin, mga state affairs, mga anong problema, law and order, and appointments. I do not allow contracts and transactions in my table. It is not allowed to enter Malacanang. Ganon ako kahigpit. And I even said, even a whiff of corruption, magkaibigan tayo, tanggalin kita. I am that exacting. Kasi kita mo naman kung sinong binibira ko. Inquirer, Rappler, ABS-CBN. Do you think magbigay ako ng butas? They are all enterprising. Wala nang ginawa kung hindi So, ito ang military. May kaibigan ako na military. I would not vouch that he was really 100% clean. That he was a general assigned doon sa Mawab noon. And we became friends. And I respected him for his talent. Mautak eh. And a very good soldier of this republic. He retired, was a member of the cabinet of, he was honest. But then he was called to the Congress at binastos siya dyan sa Senado. And even when he was desperately trying to say, allow me to say something to defend my dignity. Alam mo ang sinagot ng isang senador, paborito ninyo? You elected him. No, shut up. You do not have any dignity in this position. And all the others subsequently, ang mga military pati police, sinisigawan nila dyan sa Congress. Kaya tuloy ang mga tao na nanood, nawawalaan ng respeto. Alam mo, pag tinawag ka doon, parang guilty ka na. When you are summoned there, and you are castigated, binabastos ka, ang tao maniwala, ano, kita mo, talagang minumura kasi corrupt yung general na yan. Yung cabinet member na yan. Yun sabi ko. Sabi ko nga kay Gabong, just tell the truth. Wala ka mang problema. Bitaw mo ito, kaya di ba talaga dumating yan? Kasi wala nga doon. But I have been telling everybody, you especially, in the previous meetings, if you have any complaint, especially about corruption, go directly to me or write Malacanang. Yun yung mga papel na kukuha ninyo na may mga reklamo, may mga note mo. Yan yung mga telltale signs of corruption. Ganon. So yan, pinaimbestiga. O, yung Koreano na nanalo, sabi niya, bakit ngayon walang order ng delivery? Paano nagtatalo sila dyan sa baba? Hindi ako kasama. It was Mercado and Lorenzana all the time, all along. But I believe in Lorenzana. I believe in their honesty. And you on the other, because I know that they are honest and men of integrity. That's why nandyan sila sa cabinet. Kung kurakot, kakunin kaya gito. You will only destroy me and everybody else. Honest. Ngayon, with due respect, I will not allow that to happen anymore. I expect that, lalo na yung armed forces, pati police, pati mga cabinet, because they are the ones very visible to the public. Tapos babuin mo ng gano'n. Sigaw-sigawan mo. Kasi may ibang senador, akala nila, it's all. Nalo sila, akala mo gumaganon ng gano'n yan. Tapos yung mga tao naman, well, ako, tinitiis, kung alam mo, dumaan ako pagka-congressman. Kaya alam ko. Kaya ako yung tigasabi na, Mr. Chairman, can we just tone down our maybe insults here so that we do not embarrass anybody? Kasi yung pagsupi na palang, ang mga tao, ang takbo, may kasalanan, may anomalya yan. I will need to find kung wala, but at the expense of your reputation. Because once you are summoned, it indicates to the public that something is brewing. Something is evolving there. Okay lang yan sana. But kung yung military na wala namang magawa, sabihin mo, you have no dignity, shut up. Ako yung commander-in-chief nila eh. Sa police, ako yung chief executive ng civilian. So under the chain of command for the uniform forces of the Philippines, pati, basta naka-uniforme, pati kapgo. So I take care that they have to die when it's time to die, but at least you give them a life. Ganon. So ginagawa ko lahat. O tignan mo, kung walang armed forces, walang army, kung wala yung mga police doon mapagkamatay, di naloko na. By this time, they will be knocking at the doors of Manila. Masama. It's a reflection of how also I do not protect them unnecessarily. But I have to, nakakahiya kasi ako yung commander-in-chief. And this time it's the army gun. I don't know what's happening. There's an investigation. Sana wala lang baboyan. Because I do not want to violate the Constitution. I'm telling Congress now, with the utmost respect, please treat them as if they are really a general, a cabinet member, and officer. Do not demean them before the public. Sinusunod ninyo kasi yung mga Amerikano. Bastos yung Amerikano. Kung magtira yan sila ng hindi marunong. So why don't you just investigate first rather than on a mere gossip, pati piece of paper you call them and they have to answer for hours of grueling questions and all. Tapos only babuyin lang. I will not allow that to happen. I do not want to fight Congress. I know that Congress has the power to do it. I know that. I know that I have to obey the Constitution and obey the summons. But if they do not respect the human dignity of the person, sabihin ko sa general na yan, wala si Bong, kaya si Bong, lahat But yung ongoing ngayon, si Mercado, kasi si Imperidad, o si Sino dyan, huwag lang ninyong babuyin. Kasi my orders would be, if you are degraded, if you are inflicted with the wounds of your dignity as a person, stand up and go out. If you are arrested, I will object. Pag hindi kayo binitawan, I will go to Congress even alone to get you. And if I die in the process, let it be. Let it be. Because over and above these things, the Constitution, individually and collectively, protects the Filipino and his dignity. Huwag tayong magkamali niyan. Pag i-contempt nila, with due respect to Senator Villar, at sabihin ko, you release him, pag hindi niya binitawan, pupunta ako. Kung sabihin ng military pati pulis, mali ka, Presidente, wala sa Constitution yan, edi huwag kayong sumali, ako lang. And I will go there. Wala akong dalhin, baski Swiss knife. Pag pinatay ninyo ako, di patayin ninyo ako. Then I'd be happy to go. Basta wag mo lang ganunin because it would reflect on the leadership na commander-in-chief namin. Hindi lang man na binaboy. Imagine, sabihin mo, no dignity. Sa hiya ng tao, pumunta doon simento sa harap ng nanay. Magklaro tayo dyan. Constitutional crisis? Don't think so. Ako naman mag-isa. Aral ako mag-drive ng isang tangke de gera. Tutok ko yung kanya, putan dyan sa gate na yan. Sabihin ko lang sa kanila, hiramin ko itong isang kanya. Huwag kayong makialam dito. Personal ko to. Pero, I will not. This is not really a warning. I'm just putting on notice na we behave here. Because your being a congressman or a senator does not give you additional power to use raw language and treat everybody as if they are really ang pagka-imbestiga mo, talong pa ang pulis eh. You have already assumed na totoo yan. Hinuhuli mo lang ang tao. You berate him. Ako, botit na lang, hindi ako ng cabinet member. Ayaw ako. But during my time as mayor, every time we meet, alam nila yan, nandiyan sila, yung mga general tanungin mo. Sabi ko, I will not allow. Totoo yan. Magtanong kayo yung general na wala dito. Yung dumaang Mindanao. Nabi ko talaga yan. I will not allow. Naghihintay lang ako. After that Angie Reyes incident, I will not allow my military men and police officers, however crook they are in your thinking, but you do not assume that he's guilty and you shout at him just like, mahirap yan. Magkagulo tayo. Magkagulo talaga tayo. Pero sa bagay, ako lang man isa. Nagpa-parking ako ng, totoo, bigyan ko, pakihiram lang, Diyan Bautista ng isang, diyan ang taytali, yung golf course hindi ko ginagamit, diyan ko praktisan yung tangkidigira. Harap ko talaga yan sa gate ng, ay nako, hindi man biro lang yan. Istorya lang yan para may masabi ako dyan sa, pero ako, I'm sorry. I think at this time, I have to. Dito. Diyan ka, dito ako. Magka-problema tayo. Mamatay ka dyan. Mamatay ako dito. Walang problema yan. Kung hindi kita maunahan sa tangki ko, ano bang millimeter yung malaki yan eh. Maghingi ako ng isang tanggi. Parking ko talaga yan. Praktisan ko yung golf course. May golf course dyan na. Wala namang. Tapos, promises. Ilang ang promise ko? 4, 5. Turo mo sa akin kung saan ang hindi ko nagawa ngayon. Tell me of one promise that I did not comply or perform. I promised you governance, no corruption. I'm doing it. I have fired so many cabinet members and directors. Yung nagsasayang ng pera, going out and out, using money. Alam mo ito mga climate change sa Africa conference, nandoon sila. Climate change doon sa Japan, nandoon sila. Tingnan nga, climate change sa Canada, nandoon sila. Climate change sa San Francisco, nandoon sila. Puro climate change. Tapos yung bagyo dito sa Pilipinas, pinupuwit yung isa kasi may lalabas na naman ng isa. Dumami tuloy. Kalaki ng gastos ko. Hindi po nga natatapos yung bahay ng mga Moro dyan sa Marawi. Yung iba hanggang ngayon nasa plastic tent. Ano kasalanan ng Moro na Maranao? Bakit siya magtiis? Yung mga gagong terorista naman, pati mga Maranao na gago. Sabihin ko sa kanila, bakit magalit sa akin? Maranao din ako. Bakit? Yung sakit lang ba ng loob mo? Why? Are you the only one hurt? Do you think that I was enjoying there was fighting, nakikita ko? Yung mga Maranao na terorista, masama talaga loob ko. Yung mga terorista na bahala kayo din. Diba nga tapos, travel. Kaya sabi ko, you want to travel? Get a permit from me. You give me a syllabus there of what you intend to do and report your performance there in the conference. Walang tayo magbulahan dito. Ngayon, droga. corruption, droga. Oh, makukulong na nga ako. Nandito na yung investigador niya, sana tinawag ninyo, sumali dyan. Yung si ano, sige, pag-imbestiga kayo. Makulong ako, di makulong. Basta, alam mo, in the penal, modern penal system na yon, may conjugal visit. Kung may asawa ka, ang asawa mo pwede kang bisitahan doon sa, ano. Ang hinihingi ko lang naman sa International Court, kung kulong talaga, honor, sana you just give me unlimited access to my conjugal rights. Kung once a year lang, magbigti na lang ako. So, I'm talking to the communists. The Norwegian officials came here to explore the possibility of talking again. I have to consult my military people. Why? Sila yung namamatay. Hindi naman ako. Sabi ko, I will talk to the military. If they would agree, I might. Ngayon, hindi ko paggastusan ng panahon. I am not thinking about it even. Why? Because now it's beyond my control. I have to get the... How do you feel? What's your take? It is good for us to fight forever or usap tayo? Mag-kiog. Ano yung think? Pag sabi nila, ubusin na lang natin yun. Also, sabi ni Season, gear. Kill 1 soldier a day. Sinabi ko, you kill 1 NPA and I'll give you 25,000 pesos. Kwenta-kwenta ko, kung hanggang end of my term, mas magastos. Bayaran ko times active, they cannot be more than 3,000. Sa 25, makamura ako. Puta ito. At next week, mag-increase yan. I will increase it to make it 30. Then i-increasean ko ng 100,000. Sila na yung magpapatayan. No need to bring me the body. Bring me the head. Lagay mo sa styrofoam, pakita mo sa akin. Ayan, sige. Sabihin ng military, totoo ba ito, military? Yes, sir. Yan yung si ano. Yung para karibal niya sa babae. Patay. So, I'm talking to the Moro? Yes. I continue to talk with Normiswari, whom I also respect. Very deeply. To the MI, I express my sincere appreciation. They're hanging on to their horses. Baka mag-usap tayo. Sinabi ko naman there are experts says that pwede ang BBL lulusot as legal. O, dyan tayo. Why should be we so pessimistic about it? There's the optimism and pessimism. There are experts says na it can be constitutional. Dito tayo. Why take the path of pessimism when there's the possibility that it can be granted? You know why? The one and only singular reason why I am also campaigning for the BBL is that kung wala tayong ibigay, there will be war in Mindanao. I'm telling you now, kayo mismong taga Mindanao, mga negosyante, alam ninyo yan. That's just the reason. Dictatorship, changing us. Sabi ko nga, and this is my commitment, start on it, work on it. You have about, in 2020, if there is already the document of a federal structure for this government, then it calls for a president I will step down. I will not accept any transition position. Election na kaagad, I will be there. You conduct an election, I will guarantee that I will be president. Pag malinis ang election, and I will guarantee to everybody, elect kayo ng bagong presidente, alis na ako. Yan I commit to you and to the Filipino flag. Pag ayaw ko, sabihin ko sa military, tanggalin ninyo ako by force. If I happen to be a dictator along the way, tanggalin ninyo ako. If you think that I am violating the Constitution, my God, remove me. Ora mismo. No transition, no nothing for me. Isa pa. Bakit ka magpaka? Alam mo magkano ang sweldo ko? 200. Totoo. With 2 families to support. Totoo yan. Ang lolo ko Chinese. May Chinese wife doon, yung Chinese second wife dito. Magbulahan pa tayo. Yan ang ugali ng Czech. Noon, lahat yan sila. May tiyuhin ako na pure Chinese. Mga half-brother. Nandun na lang sa China. Galing Binondo noon. Mayaman na doon. Supporter pa ni, I respect gano'n na lang ang respeto ko kay Xi Jinping. Matakot ka. Sabi nila, they will not build, they assured us, they will not build anything there sa Scarborough Show. Maniwala kayo kasi yan ang commitment sa akin ng China. And galing kay si Xi Jinping mismo nagsabi. And he's a man of honor. Kaya nga sabi ko, why are you so sparing? Gusto ninyo, gawain na lang ninyo kaming province, Fujian, pati Philippine province of China. Di wala tayong problema. We say, libre na lahat. Kasi yung oil, joint naman. Yung oil mo, dito mo yung pinakamarami. 2/3 amin, 1/3. Mayaman naman kayo. Tsaka probinsya na kami. Province of Philippines, Republic of China. The nearest is Fujian. Hayaan mo na lang yung Taipei. Huwag na natin galawin. Baka maliit-liit na hayaan mo yan siya. Just let it float there. Makuha mo ang Philippines, wala nang problema. Kasi maraming pera eh. Kung babae pa itong China, niligawan ko na yun. Dami yung kwarta. So I have corruption, ginawa ko na. Drugs, sinabi ko na. Sige, continue. Pero alam mo, yung mga murder for hire, yung mga mag-kidnap, alam ko marami hindi nyo kayo sinasabi. Alam ko kasi pag nandiyan na ginaganong ko na, sino pong kinidnap? Putang ina ka. Si ano. Sino pa? Sabi ko na, si nagbayad. I know. Saan yung pera? Ubos na. Ay putang. Bang! Gusto mong suluhin. Alam ko. Kasi, anyway, mahuli talaga kita. Marami ang gobyerno. Kaya sabi ko, itong mga left, bagsak ang gobyerno, si Duterte, diktador, revolusyon, bagong gobyerno, kailangan mag-revolusyon para bagong gobyerno. Ito namang mga gago, hinaangot. Sabi ko, revolutionary government ako. Kita mo itong bata na ito, revolusyon ang kailangan. Gusto magdiktador. Kung sila ang mag-revolusyon, okay. Nakikinig lang tayo na salita, palibot-libot. Ngayon kung ako magsabi, ako mag-revolutionary government, kontrabida ako. Di pareho lang man tayong... But anyway, gutom na ako, buwi na ako sa amin. I'm supposed to meet some American legislators, congressmen. So, anong kailangan ko pa? Magtanong man sila, saan gagaling? Doon sa Chinese. Ano ba? Wala. Hingi ng pera. Tapos ano? Kayo, may pera kayo? Wala. Pera? Wah, Amerika. Wala. Mang-aid ngayon, liit, wala na. Ayaw pa tayo bilhan ng armas. Even to preserve the integrity of the nation, they're making it hard for us. The values are, kaya nga, do not impose your values on us. Kasi hindi mo alam ang ano ang nangyari. Nandiyan na yung CIA, ng National Security Administration, dapat alam na ninyo. Kaya for those who have helped, China, Russia, Israel is very active. Amerika, because madali siyang rapor ng... Kasi karamihan itong mga Filipino na sundalo, kunin kaagad nila sa Amerika. Talaga ang band nila. Kaya ang suggestion ko, yung next batch, diretso na sa China. Para ang loob nila, para balance. So, I'm sure there is an academy there that's to train good professional Chinese soldiers. Maybe China can accommodate them also and let them, not really to fight the Americans, but terrorism. Ang kulang lang kasi in the absorption of the cultural and social. Dapat punta rin tayo sa China. So, I want to break bread with you. Kain kasi sa plato pa lang, nakakalaway na, wala pa yung ulam. So, I have to give way also to the others who are waiting for me. So, thank you for this occasion to meet with you. And I hope that telling you, wala lahat. You have a BIR. Sige naman, okay lang ma'am. Ibang ang takot ninyo ang customs BIR. Meron dyan si BIR. Lucano yan, Billy Dulay. Ka-roommate ko yan. And you have Sid de la Peña. Wala. Yan lang man ang uri ninyo. BIR, hingi. Kasi kayo, kaya dapat sagot po dyan. Ba't ako bibigay sa iyo? Hindi nga naghingi si Duterte, ikaw pa. Maghintay kayo kung ako maghingi. Takilin.